The grass is green, the snow is melted, and the birds are chirping. And all across Kelowna, people are getting their gardens ready. Helping out residents with all their questions and plant needs is the Greenery Garden Center.
Been a really good start. We had a mild beginning, no frost at night. That's the key for people being able to put stuff like this out right away. And then that snow we got, that kind of slowed things down dramatically. Weather is a direct relation to our sales. So a cold March with cold nights and a lot of snow prevents people from obviously planting outdoors. And that can really affect how we're moving product.
Been some of the popular items the past few weeks?
The daffodils, hyacinths for sure, just because they're the first to bloom, and primulas. That's what you see behind us here, and that's typically the pattern. People want to get some color and some fragrance because they've been sitting there in the house long winter, and that's what they come in here and they can just it's like fresh air to them, and those are the things they pick up. They can take some frost. Just nothing past -5 maybe, but some Marches it can be that cold, and that's what I was talking about. The weather can really relate to how we're selling things. But anyways, back to that. Yeah, get them outside. They make little planters for the front entry, just to feel. It just makes them feel happier. Bottom line. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's the best way to keep those plants looking nice and alive?
Well, just to keep an eye on the weather. We can still get some severe frost in the month of March and even into April. We've got records of -11 mid-April. That's just terrible. But at that point, you've just simply bring that planter into the garage or somewhere under cover, not in the house. Don't bring it into a real warm setting, or else then you're softening it up again. You want to keep it fresh and cool, but away from that -5 to -10 that we might still get at this time of year.
And what are some plants you're looking forward to bringing out in the near future?
Well, in general, hanging basket season, that's our forte. We do 26,000 baskets, and once they're above us, they're around, but once they start sizing up and start showing the color and people start buying them, which is usually toward the end of April, things really pick up. That's exciting to me, because all the planning and work that went involved in doing these baskets is now, it's rewarding to see them go out the door and people are happy to get them. I just love that time. And then you see the holes developing everywhere. And it's like, we're emptying out. It's great. Yeah.
You mentioned how you're growing all your flowers and that to Kelowna companies, selling to Kelowna residents.
Oh, it's thrilling, especially kind of nowadays with what's going on with Trump and stuff. Not only are we Canadian, but people, that's where we're getting a lot of questions, but most people, or I hope most people, realize we grow our own plants. But there's a lot of new customers moving into Kelowna, younger generation that don't quite know that. So we really like to push the fact that everything is homegrown right here on this property. There are a few things we get in, and if we do, they're from BC growers just out of Abbotsford, our clematis and certain things like that. But most everything is homegrown. So yeah, we've years of sort of tweaking things and the planning involved, but our growing schedule is the same every year. It has nothing to do with the weather. You just cross your fingers you got a good warm spring that you can start selling everything that you've been growing early on.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside influence. Kelowna Now, local, independent. News you can trust.